Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Ghost Jar YouTube channel and welcome to a different location for this week's episode. Now, this is the 200th theme park newsroom update, which is unbelievable. 200 updates, which is brilliant. So I thought I'd switch it around a bit. This is one of the university recording studio spaces, that's what it's called. So I thought I'd switch it around a bit and this recording down here. Now, this news update is from Universal Studios. Now, it's not a specific park, this is Universal Hollywood and Orlando pretty much. And it's about this announcement that's going to be coming in the next week or two. So, the brand new announcement is the first details that are set to be revealed about 2019 Halloween Horror Nights. Now, I can't believe we're getting details already in the next couple of weeks, it's unbelievable. So I've sort of gathered the information that we've got from different articles about this announcement, and we'll just see how it goes. So, this is to sort of rule out any mazes or maze possibilities, maybe bring in some maze possibilities perhaps. If you want to check out the original lineups from last year's Halloween Horror Nights at Hollywood and Orlando, I'm sure they're on the internet, go and check them out and see if you can compare them with this one. So we do have some information as to sort of rule out some mazes. So the first main one being the fact that Disney have bought 20th Century Fox, which means Alien vs Predator's not going to be there this Halloween. And of course it will mean the end of the American Horror Story themed haunts. So Alien vs Predator and American Horror Story, they're pretty much ruled out of Halloween Horror Nights because of the fact that Disney have bought Fox. So maybe if Disney decide to go for a couple of adult mazes, maybe they'll bring them into the Disney parks for their Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween perhaps. If they want like maybe one or two like thrill scare mazes or haunted houses, just to give the thrill seekers that scare they're looking for, and just focus mainly on families with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. But again, bring in a couple of thrill mazes, maybe one or two. Again, use Fox as an advantage. We also have the fact that Warner Brothers are intent on keeping their horror facilities to themselves for now. So this will rule out It. This will rule out Freddy, Jason, and Leatherface because they're the former characters of New Line Cinema, which of course do loads of work with Warner Brothers. So that'll rule out those characters, so that's a real shame. I would have loved to see something themed to Friday the 13th or Freddy Krueger or something like that. Leatherface would have been a good one, and stuff like that. So one of the obvious, that's a word. One of the other changes that we seem to be picking up on with the information is the fact that Stranger Things could be expected to be perhaps the main theme for 2019 again. It was a big hit last season, but of course the theme of last year's Halloween Horror Nights was sort of focused on, the first season of Stranger Things. So maybe the next season will focus on season 2 and things like that. So the more seasons Stranger Things produces, the more times they'll use that as the specific theme for Halloween Horror Nights, so it's going to be interesting. And the final point that I made is we may see a return on the focus of Universal Monsters characters, especially after Orlando took a bit of a modern twist to some of the Universal Monster characters with a created custom soundtrack by Slash, the rock legend, so a bit of a fact for you there. So we've got a few fun rumours from Behind the Thrills, which are a brilliant website, and it's sort of some maze ideas that I personally like the look of and I think could be a possibility. So these are the things that we're sort of looking for as a possibility for Hollywood or Orlando. So Killer Clowns from Outer Space maze, Ghostbusters, Hellraiser, a creature from the Black Lagoon maze to celebrate the 65th anniversary of the film. Interesting rumour, I'll go on about that in a bit. Halloween, American Werewolf in London, The Exorcist and The Thing. Now, that's just some of the rumours from Behind the Thrills that I personally would love to see as well. Of course, you remember last year when they did the partnership with Blumhouse Productions for a couple of mazes per park. So you had Happy Death Day, Unfriended was there, I believe the first Purge was there as well. So again, there's some massive possibilities with this. One that really caught my eye, like I said earlier, I said I was going to talk about this in a bit, was the creature from the Black Lagoon to celebrate the film's 65th anniversary. I think like a scare zone or some kind of haunted house themed to the creature from the Black Lagoon would be a perfect fit for either Universal Park or both Universal Parks for Halloween Horror Nights this year. The fact that the creature from the Black Lagoon, you can use like a fog room or like a smoke tunnel. Maybe bringing a couple of chainsaws just to bring that horror tension to the atmosphere. It's going to be brilliant. Exorcist, again, you could maybe have an actor do like, if they can do it, if you've got a really acrobatic actor or actress, you can do a spider walk down the staircase, quicken it up, get the crowds through to the exit. The spider walk down the stairs could be quickened up as soon as you exit through the maze. It'll be brilliant. Halloween, of course, I think it was only like last year or something, the remake of Halloween was sort of produced. Of course, the classic Michael Myers character, so that should be an interesting one to see happen. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, that should be an interesting one if that's true. I'd love to see a maze theme to that. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, that would be brilliant. It is a shame we're not going to see an It themed maze. I thought that would be brilliant with the big house and going through, and you get like a balloon in your face and scares and everything, stuff like that. The Thing is something that really caught my attention as well. That'll be a brilliant maze, some brilliant possibilities with that. American Werewolf in London, that's going to be a brilliant maze if that's true. That'd be a good rumour to play up on, in fact, because you can use the werewolf character and use the Londoner kind of setting and sort of paint the walls up as if Londoner settings. But I recognise with the themes of these films, etc., the buildings are going to have to be, massive for this maze. So for these mazes. So it's going to be interesting to see what the parks go for. In my personal opinion, I think Stranger Things will be the overall theme once again this year. And I think that will be the first details that will be announced. Of course, the announcement did say that we're going to announce the first few details in the next week or two, not the full thing, and it'll be sort of, I think the next announcement will probably come in a couple of months. And of course, every announcement that comes out will bring it to your YouTube channel. But I think this first announcement in a week or two will probably just be the first details, etc. So it could be something as simple as the theme of the whole event, or it could be one or two of the mazes, or it could be one or two of the mazes and the overall theme. I mean, the rumour at the minute is they're going to announce the overall theme and maybe one or two mazes for, I think, one of the parks, and maybe one maze for another park perhaps, or they could do one or two mazes for both parks, if they're going to be in both parks, that is. So I know Hollywood and Orlando do like to have the same kind of lineup, but sometimes they like to differentiate. I know, thinking back to Blumhouse Productions, one park had Happy Death Day and something else, and then the other park had two other different Blumhouse production films. So again, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, I can't believe that, again, we're reporting on Halloween Horror Nights news, this early. I really I'm excited for Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, unfortunately I won't be there in Orlando or Hollywood to experience Halloween Horror Nights this year, but it is a promise I will try and get out in the next few years. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if it all goes well, in the next few years and get to Halloween Horror Nights, because I want to experience that atmosphere. But to be fair, in the past people have said that Halloween Horror Nights isn't as great as event. If you think back in 2014, people were rating Cursed at Busch Gardens, well, had Tampa Howlow Scream at Busch Gardens. They were rating that higher than the scares at Halloween Horror Nights back in 2014. So, and that was only some people. It was a 50-50 thing with that. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Of course, any more Halloween news we'll bring it to you on Coast YouTube channel. We've got a full playlist for our Coast Halloween updates, including the York Maze Hallow Scream vlog from 2018, the York Maze Hallow Scream review. I'm going to be revealing more videos in a few months' time, sort of what mazes do I think will be coming to Alton Tower Scarefest, Thought Path Fright Nights. I'm going to be doing videos for all of that on the Halloween updates page. I think those videos will probably get started around end of August, start of September, when the Halloween updates start coming in a bit more. Of course, like we said, Halloween Horror Nights updates will probably come in the next couple of months now, once we get the first announcement in a week or two. So again, that's going to be an interesting one to see. So thank you very much for watching this video from Halloween Horror Nights, episode 200 of Theme Park Newsroom. I can't believe we're episode 200 already. It's unbelievable. We're nearly on 400 subscribers as well, which is unbelievable. So thank you very much for that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. My name is Coast YouTube channel. Keep it in the Coast Cyber Dudes. It is boiling. I'm going to get myself warm, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.